Be it looking for a job or appearing for an examination, there is certain kind of stress that mounts up, whether I'll qualify the exam or not, whether I'll get selected for the position I'm applying for or not, and all these are kind of stress. Now stress, when normal, can be healthy. It can make you energize, it can motivate you to work more. But on the other hand, there can be scenarios where this stress turns into a distress, and when it is a distress, it becomes severe. So stress of any kind is not good. We need to adopt certain relaxation techniques, certain methods, in order to reduce the stress. The first technique we are talking about is relaxation therapy. Now relaxation techniques or therapies basically involve reducing any kind of stress. Deep breathing exercises, getting calm, giving the things a thought, and creating mind free of external environment is a good idea under relaxation therapy. The next important therapy that we focus on is meditation. Now meditation is a yogic exercise. It basically creates or links your mind with a kind of unique scenario where you are away from the worldly affairs, and therefore meditation is a different state of consciousness. You are able to attain a different phase where you can create and discuss all the internal feelings with yourself, as simple as that. So meditation is one of the methods through which you attain calmness, and it is one of the very successful stress management techniques. The next important technique that we believe is biofeedback. Now biofeedback aims to monitor the physiological aspect when there is stress. So it talks about the physiological state of an individual, how well an individual can develop. For example, what is the heart rate, what is the pulse rate, what is the physiological condition in a quiet environment versus a physiological condition when you are highly stressed. So that is a feedback that helps you analyze yourself, whether to do certain activities or which kind of activities are not good for your body and your mental status. The next important is the cognitive and creative visualization. Now creative visualization is a very subjective phenomena. You can just sit and meditate and think that you are trying to do the best of the things, you are out of this realistic world, and this would help nothing but build confidence. So it reduces the kind of risk of interference from any thought processes that are disturbing you, that are creating a mental pressure for you, and it's a kind of imagined reality that you can say, and therefore is a very successful technique. The next important technique is cognitive behavioral technique. Now cognitive behavioral technique is also known as stress inoculation. So, what do you understand here is, you first of all approach the negative thoughts that are there and try to replace all those negative thoughts with a positive thought. So it's simply a replacement of negative over replacement of positive over the negative. So there are three phases under which this occurs. The first phase is known as assessment. You try to do a self assessment, or this could be an assessment with help of someone, where you discuss the nature of stress that is appearing and why it is appearing. The second is you apply certain stress reduction techniques by yourself or with the aid of a counselor. And finally is the application and follow up, where you try to actually resolve the tension and the issues and try to solve it from the viewpoint of a client. So if you were a client, what would you do? The same logic you apply to yourself and try to solve the problem. And this is what is a cognitive behavioral technique. So this technique aims to reduce stress, relax you, and create self instructions how you can do things good by yourselves. So that is a cognitive behavioral technique, very very important, very very effective. The next is nothing more but yes, exercise. So exercise provides you a physiological arousal, and this would help to cope the response of the stress. So it could be any kind of exercise: cycling, jumping, running, swimming, walking. All of those are considered as good exercises for reducing stress and improving body's response system. So those are some of the major stress management techniques, very very important to adopt in life. And whenever there is certain stress that is mounting up, applying these techniques makes your life really really successful.